Good afternoon again, Facebook friends. I hope you're having a great day so far. March 27th.
Yes.
Day what of quarantine?
3.
Day 3 of quarantine. And we hope these daily doses have been a blessing in your life. We heard some great comments. And so thank you for supporting it. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're actually going to change the what do you call it? The topic. Usually we've been talking about anxiety and fear. And I thought, you know what, let's kind of reverse it and let's flip the script a little bit. Let's talk about gratefulness and appreciation. All right, we're going to start with that.
That
First,
is also appropriate for this time.
yes, that's why we're going to switch it around. And here's the thing, I just really quick so that you know, I appreciate all the happy birthdays. I appreciate all the comments, so on and so forth on our page. I do want you to know though that if you're posting on on the personal page, I don't get to see any of that because I don't have Facebook. I just have a like page. So if you send it to that, I really appreciate that. All the other ones I'm sure I'm grateful for as well, but if you're sending me something you think I'm reading, I'm probably not going to see it because I don't have the regular Facebook. I guess that's what you call it.
I was going to say happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
For everything that you do for us.
Thank you. My birthday in quarantine.
That's it.
All right. So I'm going to read. I'm going to read 1 Thessalonians 5:18, and then we'll get right into the topic. And I want you to think about certain things. We're going to try to keep it short and sweet. Watch what it says. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. I want you to think about that for a minute, because when we think give thanks, sometimes we don't even get that in good times. Sometimes for things that we expect, you know, we live in a nation right now, we live in a time right now where self-entitlement.
Right.
Everybody's entitled to something, you know, nobody deserves anything. I'm entitled, I deserve this, I am, because whatever. And it's amazing to me, and I'm going to give you a perfect example. With all this stuff going on, I was picking up some food from a grocery, from the butcher shop a couple of days ago, and I was helping a lady with something, and she doesn't even say thank you. Now, I'm not doing it so she can say thank you, but that's kind of where we're at right now, guys. I mean, is it really that hard to appreciate? Is it really that hard to be grateful? Is it really that hard to say thank you? I don't know if you want to go in here and get involved in this.
Actually, if you let me share something really
yes,
quick.
because I'm going to share some points.
Okay, actually it just happened to me a week ago, Friday, a week ago. So I get this phone call, and I see they've been calling, and I had been busy, so I finally, pick it up, and they're calling me from the university where Jeriel goes to school. And they're like, may I speak to Jeriel? And I'm like, I'm actually his mom. And she says, I'm actually just calling because I know he was supposed to move out of his apartment by the 30th, but can he please come and move out like as soon as he can? So we shared a couple of words, and the day before, let me backtrack a little bit, the day before I had actually called the school to ask them something, and they were a little agitated, they were a little rude to say, and I remember coming up to you and saying, you know what, I just hung up, I kind of just like left it as it was, and you said, well, you know what, they're probably a little, tired and with everything that's going on, all the adjustments that they have to do. So anyway, so here's the next day. So I kindly said to her, you know what, he probably can't go tomorrow, but he will go as soon as he can. I'll make it a point that he goes within the next few days. So she says, just thank you very much, short. She's about to hang up, and I just felt something in my spirit, and I just said, ma'am, can you just hold on for a second? And she's like, yes. And I said, I just want to say thank you. Like, thank you for everything that y'all are doing. I'm going to tear up because of what she told me. She's like, I said, I just want to say thank you for what you're doing for all our children, for the students, for everything. And then I actually didn't hear her anymore, and I thought she had hung up. And I'm like, hello? And she was crying. And she's like, ma'am, I just want to say thank you. Like, I needed that today.
Right.
She says, we've been working around the clock. She goes, we are tired. We're trying to get all these students out of here, for their safety. And she goes, and we hadn't heard that. So she says, you just made my day. And I'm going like, oh my gosh, I just said thank you. And what it meant to her. And after we hung up, it was just a great feeling that I was able to just share just a few words to make someone's day.
Appreciation
Yes.
and thankfulness, and it changed her day.
Right.
and it changed their day. Now I want you to think about this for a second. Not right now because of everything that's going on, but just think about it, let's call it pre-COVID-19. All right? When was the last time you called your son, your daughter's teacher just to thank them? Just think about that. I'm not expecting an answer. I'm just think about it. When was the last time you stopped to call your teacher to say, I bet right now you got an appreciation for the teachers.
Oh
right
my
now.
gosh, let me tell you,
Yeah. Right?
I don't have little ones,
there's
but
a new
I have
appreciation.
friends
Yeah,
that have
yeah.
little ones, and they are saying like, Rubina, I just don't know what to do. Like, this is so overwhelming.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think we've lost focus of like our educators. They just work so much. I have many friends of mine that are teachers, and you know what? We've lost that appreciation, like you said,
Right.
you know,
Just
because
think about
they
it.
work so hard,
Yeah.
and they're with our children most of the day.
Yeah, they're
You know?
they're with the children more than you are.
Right.
Let's just be honest. During the day, during the week, they're more with the children than we are. And so just think about that. When was the last time you thanked the teacher? Now, you go to a doctor's office, you go to the nurse, and maybe you thank your doctor. And maybe now again it's a little bit different. Think about coaches. I was thinking about coaches the other day. When's the last time you thanked the coach that's coaching your son? He has to put up with your son.
Right.
He has to put up with your daughter. You know, and you know that's not very easy. You know, it's kind of like you when you were younger times 10, because now with social media and everything, drama, right? Think about it. When was the last time you saw a police officer in uniform and you said thank you? You know, I get a chance to go to lunch with a good friend of mine when this every Tuesday, and every time we're there, we're always saying thanks to somebody there. He's especially he goes out of his way to say thanks. When was the last time you said somebody in uniform, a military service man or woman, you know, grateful for what they're doing right now? When was the last time you said thank you to your spouse? Now watch, my wife and I, honestly, we practice gratefulness a lot between each other. You know,
right.
she cooked yesterday, I said thank you. I barbecued, she thanked me.
Just little things. When I wash your
When she
clothes.
washes my clothes, I say thank you. When I wash your car, she says thank you. Little things like that. But when was the last time you just told your spouse, man, I really appreciate you. I know we don't have everything probably that we need right now, or not everything that we want right now, but you know, you're making it work, you're helping out, when was the last time you said thank you? Think about that for a minute, because it's gonna make you think. You're like, oh darn, it's been a while. In fact, we're gonna give you a challenge, because what we're gonna do is, this is gonna be our last episode for Friday. We'll take a break tomorrow, all right? Sunday at 11 a.m. on Facebook Live, and then Monday we'll reunite again at 1 p.m. for Daily Dose episode 4. But I'm gonna give you some homework over the weekend. I want you to thank somebody. I want you to thank somebody just because. Don't even wait because they're waiting for them to do something for you. But I want you to thank them something. Now, I would have said a little bit more, and I would have said, go out of your way and pay for someone's meal. Maybe you can do that when we get out of this quarantine thing. But for right now, just thank somebody. Just send them a text. Send them, hey man, you know what? I appreciate you. I love you. I can tell you right now, I appreciate my wife. I appreciate our leaders at Lifeline, everything that they've done. I appreciate our police and first responders. I appreciate our nurses, Maggie and Fred, those people that have not only taken care of the community, but man, they have personally taken the time to take care of us.
Yeah, I just think about all the healthcare givers right now that are just sacrificing their health, their health
for
right, you know.
And what about their kids?
Right, their families.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. And have we said thank you rather than criticize, rather than complain, rather than where were we eating? What time is it? I don't want to go over. Where were we eating that we were getting ready to get seated? This was just last week before, the week before I got quarantined, and the guy was so rude to sit down. Remember?
Yeah.
We won't say where or what, but
we're having enchiladas.
Yeah, we were at Vegas Cafe. Shout out to Vegas. That's where they make the best. They made the bacon enchiladas, right? and the guy was demanded to be seated. Man, I wanted to put Jesus in my back pocket. I'm like, man, shut up, old man. I said, man, these people are working around the clock to feed you, and you look like you can skip a meal. But I didn't want to say that, right? But that's what I thought. But anyway, you know, these people are working so hard. You know, when we go there, man, when you go, this is another thing. When we go back into the thing, even if you're door dashing or whatever, tip the people that are serving you right now. You don't realize, I mean, you don't know. I love to tip, and I'm not trying to know, but my wife knows, we love to tip because it changes people's lives. It changes people's heart. When you tip, I'm not talking about don't be a cheapskate, man. Be grateful. Sow a seed in people's lives. Every seed you have in your hand is an opportunity for greater things. And I'm telling you right now, I've literally seen it from one day when I do something right here, God blesses me right away from what I sow. And so again, I encourage you, be a giver, be a sower in thanks, in respect. I'm not just talking monetary, because you guys are going to think, oh, he's a pastor. Shut up. I'm talking about being grateful. I'm talking about being appreciative. I'm appreciative of how my wife has been, trying to make the most of this day that is my birthday, quarantine. I'm appreciative for what we've been doing in the kitchen. She's been cooking here, I've been cooking out there. And we've just been, it takes a lot of patience and it takes a lot of things to kind of work together. But again, here it is again. When was the last time you thanked these people in your life? So I encourage you today. I'm going to give you some homework. Get out, send a text. If you see your husband, if you see your wife, whoever, just say, hey, I thank you. I appreciate you. And they're going to say, for what? That's even better. Don't wait for them to do something. Just say, I appreciate you for being you. I appreciate you for sticking by my side. Think of something to be grateful for. I'm sure you can find something. Because here's the thing. We can find so many negative things. And we magnify the negativity. But you know what? It's time to magnify the greatness. It's time to magnify the great deeds that people have done in our lives and the things that they. I'm so grateful for leadership in Lifeline. I'm so grateful for the people around us. I'm so grateful for my inner circle. I'm so grateful for my friends, teachers and policers and coaches. And I'm so grateful for the UIW coaches that have instilled a seed in the UIW teachers that have instilled seeds of education and academics and of course athletics in my son. I'm grateful.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to add something.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a trainer that I go to, and she is constantly, I love her to death. She is constantly telling me thank you.
Wow.
She tells me thank you,
Uh-huh.
and
You should be thanking her.
exactly, and I should be thanking her, and I often do, but I just feel like I should do it more often. I'm like, she's helping me stay physically fit for my health, not
Right.
for any other thing.
Right.
So, Laura, I love you. If you're watching, I love you and thank you so much for what you do for my physical health.
Yes, appreciate you, Laura, for what you do for my wife. She's looking A-okay in this quarantine time. Yes. Just to finish it up, again, I'm going to finish with how I started. Give thanks in all circumstances. Notice, some things are not going right for you, give thanks.
Right.
Some things are not where they want to be, give thanks. You just feel like, oh my God, just give thanks. Stop and give thanks. Pastor, but why if this? No, you're not giving thanks for this. You're giving thanks because if God is taking you through this, He's already pulled you out of so much stuff. There's so much to be grateful for. Find a few things and give thanks.
Yes.
And appreciate someone.
Yeah.
Love someone. Appreciate somebody today.
Appreciate that you have a roof over your head.
Roof over your head.
Shelter. We say shelter in place. We actually have, we have that.
Yeah, we have that.
And we take those little things for granted. I always say, Lord, thank you for running water. Thank you for electricity. Thank you that I have a bed to rest my body on and a pillow to rest my head on. It's, let's not forget also those little things that, that we have.
Yeah, how much more are you appreciating toilet paper now? Right? How much more are you appreciating a bottled water and this and little things that before you would just kind of grab.
Paper towel, you kind of just like roll
it like the Wheel of Fortune. You roll it like the Wheel of Fortune. Now you're doing it very slow, like you're cracking a stage, and just little by little, you don't want to,
Yeah.
It's amazing how you are, and I'm telling you right now, after all this is all said and done, you will never see toilet paper the same again. Right? And I hate to say it that way, but it's just so true. You start to appreciate the little things. What if God is doing all of this so we can stop and say, look at all the things around you that you have forgotten to say thanks, the things that you have taken for granted, the things that we have literally just overlooked because we're spoiled.
Right.
We're spoiled. We're spoiled. We have everything that we need. We have everything. And again, stop, think, reflect, and give thanks. Today is a day of appreciation. Today is a day of giving thanks. And again, I want to thank you for tuning in. Share it on your page.
Right.
Get this word out to as many people as possible. Again, if you haven't liked our personal page, like it. That's kind of where we see everything on our like page. And get ready for Sunday, 11 a.m. on Facebook Live. It's going to be great. Part 2 of Fearless. It's going to bless your life. It is called Remember. It's going to be awesome. Anything else you'd like to add before we go?
No. I think we're good to go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love you.
And like I said, and we'll just say again, thank you.
Thank you
to
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you.
For the people that have been reaching out to us to
Yes,
see if we're
okay. Yes.
They come and just leave things in our front door. Thank you so much from the bottom of our
You know
hearts.
who you are.
Yes.
We're so grateful for you. We love you. We thank you. Lifeline leaders and volunteers and church, we love you and we miss you and we're grateful for you. We're grateful for your generosity as well. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. We will see you either Sunday at 11 or next Monday at 1 p.m. for another dose or another episode of Daily Dose. Prescriptions for the body, mind, and soul. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.